I'm Kent Culbertson. I'm with American AVK. I've got Dave Roe with me today. Dave, you're head of fire protection and also customer service manager. We're here to talk a little bit about Dave's role at AVK, what he does, how he helps both the customers and also the entire staff at AVK. And so how long have you worked for AVK, Dave?
I've been with AVK just shy of 10 years. It'll be 10 years the end of July.
Okay. And so he's made a huge difference at AVK since he joined, and we feel fortunate to have him on the team.
Thanks, Kent.
Each week we have multiple meetings with Dave online, usually through Teams. We go over all the order entry, changes in backlog, production rates, shipping backlogs, and your goal is just to make sure all of this runs in sync. And you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but from receipt of order to shipment, you try to get that once we receive the order and we approve it, you try to get it processed, built, and shipped within 6 days. Is that the goal?
We shoot for 6 to 10 days.
Yep.
6 days we try to ship out of our warehouses, up to 10 days depending on what it is and what production line it comes off of. But yes, our goal is to ship between 6 and 10 business days on every order we have.
So during COVID, how challenging was that?
COVID was extremely challenging, mainly because of the logistics issues that we all felt
Yep.
as a nation, ultimately, of trying to find the specific component that was going to be the bottleneck to keep us from meeting our goals. And I feel like we did a pretty good job with accomplishing that, but it got down to something as benign as a nut on a bolt.
Or paint, right?
Or paint.
Coatings, all sorts of things. So
All sorts of things.
Dave did a phenomenal job with his entire team and actually every department head here at AVK. I think we never exceeded, an average of 40 days or something like that from receipt of order to shipment, even if we had to manufacture it. So our averages, I think, exceeded industry standards. So anyway, I think it's really good. When a distributor needs to place a purchase order with AVK, would you prefer that they send that order to the territory manager, or would you want it to come into your customer service staff? And if so, just kind of why would you rather it go one way or another?
Well, best practice would be to send it directly to the factory, meaning the AVK customer service inbox. And the reasoning for that would be that you're going to get a reaction and you're going to get questions and interaction quickly. We have actually 6 people that monitor the inbox from 5 a.m. Pacific time till 5 p.m. Pacific time, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And then some of us actually do it, obviously, off hours and on the weekends as well. But if you do that, the risk of it going into the abyss is a lot less.
Right.
Our territory managers are obviously on the road the majority of the week, and depending on the situation and access to any cellular service could prevent these things from getting resolved. So
or
yes,
we've had email glitches, different things like that, where it gets blocked by a firewall or whatever, and all of a sudden the order's set there for a while.
Yep.
We do just-in-time manufacturing, and so basically that means all the things we've talked about here so far. Once we get the order, you work with all the different departments, you get it scheduled for production and whatnot. One of the things that I would like you to explain is, due to that, we don't have 25 acres of valves that have been sitting out there with weeds growing up around them. We actually build to order. So when you get that order, how important is it for you to have a firm or a target shipment date as opposed to just an order with no specifics?
It's critical to have a relatively accurate date on any order that comes in, and the reason for that is twofold. It's to help us, plan the factory and how we ship, and it's also to make sure that the customer, the end user, gets the material when they would like to get the material. And we ultimately are organizing the demand from this factory based on our resources that we have. So having a current date allows us to accommodate whatever demand we have coming in, and also helps us from extending dates out because we have supply issues. So the best information possible at the time of order is the best practice.
Okay, and that's fair enough. So bottom line, if you are going to place an order with AVK, we would like a target ship date and a release date on that, and that way we can get it scheduled for production and get it out the door. In that context, we ship several trucks per day, and that includes both flatbeds and LTL shipments. We try to have the fire hydrants go out on flatbeds and pretty much do that exclusively, and then gate valves, depending on the size, we'll do on a box truck for LTL from time to time. But in that context, Dave, we hardly ever have shipping errors. So the importance to you, if a distributor or an end user receives something from AVK and it's damaged, how important is it that we get notified right away, and how do you want them to notify us?
The notification is critical. So a bill of lading that we're all used to is a contract between the shipper, the trucking line, and the receiving entity. With that being said, the shipper and the receiving entity don't have an interaction with the actual product that's coming to them. So it is absolutely critical and industry standard to do a quick inspection visual of any incoming product to note damage. And what that is a catalyst for the receiver or the shipper to actually file a claim with the company that is moving that freight. So even a brief note of pallet appears damaged on receipt, paint scratched, anything like that that is noted once it's received, allows everybody to be able to deal with a claim. If it's signed for, received in good condition, there is no avenue for a claim, and then you get into whose fault and all of the that nobody wants to deal with.
Sure.
So best practice is to note anything that's odd on receipt.
Yep, I get that. No So anyway, if a customer contacts customer services team and they want to discuss a warranty matter, what type of information do you need from either the distributor or the utility to kind of expedite us as far as finding out quickly when it was produced, what date it was produced, all of that variable as far as the production crews? What type of information is best for you to get right away?
So AVK is relatively unique in our industry in we serialize all products that we make, and the serialization helps track down to the minute the order was placed, by who it was placed, who entered it, down to the individual actually assembling the product that is in service. So we have a link on our website on how to actually identify where the location is for every serial number we have on our products that is extremely useful for an end user to identify. The great thing about that is you don't have to understand AVK's products to be able to give us information on that product. So if the number is identified and sent into territory manager or customer service, we can actually tell the date that went in, and it streamlines the warranty process significantly so the end user can get whatever it is they're looking for.
Sure.
So serial numbers are imperative.
Yep, I agree. So to recap, if you have any questions about a product, give us a serial number. That's the quickest and fastest way. Give it to the territory manager or call customer service, and we'll start tracing that product. So what motivates you most, Dave, to help your AVK teammates grow our business every day?
I believe AVK is a leader in our market, and I think that our delivery and the quality of our product for our distributors and end users is second to none. and being able to provide our product into the market is exciting every day. Every day is new. Come up with different scenarios constantly, and it actually makes it really fun for myself, and I actually can speak for our team that coming to work every day isn't a chore. It actually has some positive things that make you want to continue doing it and repeat it every day.
Yeah, and the customers, be it a distributor or a utility, are not just a customer number. We do, again, have meetings every week, and we talk about pretty much every order, and we take them personally, and we are focused on supporting them after we ship. So
correct. It's a partnership that we like to develop with our customers, and I believe that a good partnership between the manufacturer, distributor, contractor, and end user is absolutely critical to make it successful for any project.
So with that, I think we're done. And Dave, I appreciate your time today. Very good one. And thank you, everybody, for watching.